Hi there! Welcome to Apple World and a surprising new development. Colleen Ballinger has stood in opposition to the various outrages against her, and it's perhaps one of the most awful. I won't actually call it a statement of regret video since it isn't by any stretch what it is. We've seen a few pretty unfortunate conciliatory sentiments in the past, from any semblance of Logan Paul to shabby Westbrook and Sienna. However, Colleen's is something nobody would have expected. The jokester, entertainer, and online sensation generally known for her depiction of Miranda Sings contended that she was only a failure who informed her fans with the end goal of being cool instead of a custodian or hunter after a previous fan who goes by the moniker Cody Farm affirmed allegations made by YouTuber and previous Ballinger fan Adam McIntyre backfire, which were aimed at the previously famous YouTuber in an extensive YouTube video he posted in April 2020. McIntyre said that Ballinger had been sending in legitimate messages to him, and, to a greater extent, more youthful fans in his mystery bunch. Talk screen captures delivered by McIntyre show that Ballinger seems to have mentioned allies to recognize their #1 sex position, as well as to discuss their encounters with periods and whether they are virgins. Ballinger purportedly turned to her energetic devotees to accumulate data about her 2016 separation from her ex Joshua. David Evans McIntyre likewise referenced getting a bra and pants pair from the YouTube star when he was 13 years of age. Ballinger therefore recognized that this was a senseless, dumb slip-up that occurred during a transmission where she was offering garments and frills. She didn't need his 2020 video. McIntyre, who was 17 at the time, guaranteed that starting around 2017, he had been furtively dealing with Ballinger's Twitter account and giving plans to her Miranda Sings persona. He said that Ballinger had more than once guaranteed she would employ him, assuming things worked out, and that the work was absolutely unwarranted, yet he was rarely paid. McIntyre states that Ballinger ghosted him in the initial, not-so-long stretches of 2020. After he conveyed a tweet under the name Miranda Sings that certain individuals believed was queerbaiting, he demanded that prior to posting the tweet, Ballinger needed to approve it. Days after the fact that Ballinger answered McIntyre's charges with a 14-minute video, she tended to the bra and undies debate and discredited any charges that she had improperly cooperated with young people. Furthermore, she had tried to discredit McIntyre's contribution utilizing her Miranda Sings Twitter account. "I don't have the foggiest idea which portion of my cerebrum was absent at the time," she said. "However, I'm not a beast. I'm not about a custodian, and I shouldn't off myself," she told her crowd at the time. Much later, allegations against Ballinger, some of which date back over 3 years, have been exposed, stirring up misgivings about the honesty of the maker. Colleen has been quiet online up to this point, and her main public speaking appearances throughout the course of recent weeks have been at her live exhibitions. When she was contacted as of late regarding the matter of acknowledging individuals could do without her right now, she expressed that while her better half was performing in front of an audience during her demonstration, she was veiled as Miranda, and talking with him, she asked him inquiries like, "Are you hitched on the grounds that he was locked into her, Colleen?" And after he praised her, she told a wisecrack about herself. "Will you be my accomplice for this challenge?" Applause, it's not what I heard, okay? She hasn't exactly tended to the circumstances beside that. Yet today, she uploaded a video on her video blog Divert called Hello, in which she decided to sing about it. "Yes, I expressed sing since nobody has at any point truly seen a video like this before the web detonated with various considerations on it. With presence like you, mean on let me know," she recorded endlessly practice, sitting to film this despite everything thought it was smart young lady. "You're fanciful, sensibly whatever she does or says won't ever fulfill anybody." She made a video. Pretty much the entirety of this a long time back. This actually returned up after the subject resuscitated on Twitter. Everybody has the privilege to make an assessment of Colleen. We are in general qualified for our viewpoint, yet you all can't contradict the way that however she chose to apologize or take responsibility, you'd all actually have some sort of issue or scrutinize it. I'm not guarding Colleen, yet this is, in a real sense, the web, and no two individuals might at any point concur on what might be sufficient to right her wrongs. She's conspicuous, effectively not treating what is happening in a serious way. Assuming she's singing this in a melody, she started to cull away, guaranteeing that she had chosen to enjoy some time off. It appears to be negative and false things have been said about her. She is basically asserting that the web is poisonous and that her end has just served his kin's entertainment. She goes on by saying that she needs to discuss a few points regardless of her group's recommendation. Not to add that they never disallowed her from singing about them, so that is the very thing she's doing, and they can go at times. Individuals commit errors basically on the grounds that they committed an error and that a mix-up doesn't make them a horrible human, which makes them a human. What should I do? I realize right away that when you have intense claims about you that are false and will destroy your whole vocation, communicating your conciliatory sentiment as far as a ukulele is concerned, he falls off as to a greater degree, a joke as opposed to anything. As we've previously looked at, this has proactively gotten a blended reaction on the web, and it has just been out for 15 hours as of the hour of this recording. Perhaps she ought to pay attention to her group. I'm more in shock that she hasn't brought it down yet on the grounds that it was such an odd approach to tending to the circumstances you scorn while you sensationalize your untruths and adapt their deaths. I feel like I can, as of now, hear the remarks on this video. She's gaslighting, controlling goodness. She's an egomaniac and a rodent. I could never commit an error. Like, gracious, I'm sorry I didn't understand that every one of you are great, so if it's not too much trouble, reprimand me, draw out the blades produced using your ideal past and cut me more than once in my hard minimal back. She is without a doubt offended, that to say the least is plainly evident all through the tunes you can see by the menu. School things, she says that she is enraged that this is in any event occurring truly. However, I accept holding individuals is critical liable for their activities to urge everybody to create, develop, and gain from their past mistakes. Adam McIntyre obviously saw her video and accordingly tweeted out, however, much calling undermined and ridiculed me. I'm happy her video did one thing, show you all the very sort of insidious lady she is simply at.